I'm Michael Hitchborn, and this is the American Life League Report. The liberal left is always shrieking about hate speech and intimidation. Condemning abortion as murder is hate speech. Praying on a sidewalk and displaying the truth about abortion? That's intimidation. And now, because a mentally deranged individual unjustly murdered late-term abortionist George Tiller, the liberal left is painting the entire culture of life as terrorists whose hate speech and intimidation led to Dr. Tiller's death.
They do bear some of this, not responsibility for the killing, but responsibility for the climate.
And a lot of inflammatory comments on the internet. On Twitter, one person wrote, "Oh, happy day, Tiller the baby killer is dead." Another wrote, "God bless the gunman."
The result of 35 years of anti-abortion harassment and terrorism and hate speech.
A bunch of crazy people like your readers, where they can find somebody and abuse, threaten, or kill them, that should be enough of a crime to put you in jail for the rest of your life.
What is it like going to work knowing you have a target on your head?
The rhetoric these people espouse calls for our deaths.
And last Saturday, they were yelling at me that I was the next to die.
The inflammatory rhetoric does create a climate.
While the liberal media is busy painting the entire culture of life as a terrorist organization, calling out specific leaders as responsible for Dr. Tiller's death, it should be noted that they are guilty of their own rhetoric. Since Keith Olbermann's tirade against Jill Stanek, she started receiving death threats. After Alan Colmes singled out Jen Giroux for her involvement with the online petition ChargeTiller.com, she started receiving threatening emails. And once Rachel Maddow attempted to draw a rather convoluted connection between our message that the pill kills women and someone who commits murder, we received some rather interesting messages of our own. Right-wing authoritarian nutjobs like yourselves kill people. Please kill yourselves. If any of you finds yourself near the roof of a very tall building, do us all a favor and jump off. Your site has been marked, and that's not a good thing. You people are the American Taliban. You are the KKK of your religion and my religion. You folks are homegrown terrorists. Maybe we need to send you to Gitmo. Terrorists, KKK, murderers, kill yourselves. We left out some of the more colorful messages, but you get the point. And those of us who've prayed in front of abortion clinics or held pro-life signs know the abuse the culture of death has heaped upon us. In fact, while they're focusing on the evil actions of one individual, they completely ignore the long history of violence associated with pro-abortion activists and doctors. In 1991, a medical board filed charges against Ivan Nemayas for gross negligence, incompetence, sexual abuse, and misconduct when more than 100 women came forward, including his half-sister, who accused him of repeatedly raping her since childhood. In 1993, pro-abortion activist Eileen Janicek murdered 51-year-old pro-life activist and radio talk show host Jerry Simon. After shooting Simon through a window of his home, she held police at bay with a pistol for more than 6 hours while spouting quotes from Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible. If we were to apply the same logic the pro-abortion media is using, I suppose we can assume that all pro-abortion activists are Satanists, right? In 1994, a jury convicted Los Angeles abortionist Alicia Ruiz Hanna of murder after Angela Sanchez, a 27-year-old mother of 4, died at her Santa Ana abortion mill. After injecting Angela with an unknown drug, Hanna tried to stuff her body into the trunk of a car in full view of her children, who were watching from the waiting room. In 1998, a jury found pro-abortionist Alfred E. Smith guilty of murder in the death of his ex-girlfriend, Dina Moody, whom he killed because she refused to abort their preborn child. On December 20th, 2001, abortionist John Hamilton was found guilty of beating and strangling his wife to death. The day after Tiller's death, Army Private William Long was shot and killed at a U.S. Army recruiting station by a homegrown Muslim terrorist. And how many federal marshals did Barack Obama send to recruitment stations? 0. How many did the abortion industry call for? And just how many federal marshals have been sent to protect pro-lifers from the very same threats? Several members of the pro-life community have been threatened with violence for years. And while the pro-life movement has patiently dealt with these threats of violence, we do so for one reason. A culture of life rejects the culture of violence that has consumed so many lives, 51 million as of today. Until we reach the day when every human being's life is respected, not just for our message, but for the image of God that each and every one of us represents, We will never end the mentality that violence resolves violence or that threats could intimidate truth. In a world that believes violence is the answer to suffering, the only solution is promoting a culture of life. For American Life League, I'm Michael Hitchborn.